The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy FI series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net. 21st Precinct, aka 21st Precinct and 21st Precinct, was a police drama broadcast on CBS Radio from July 7, 1953, to July 26, 1956. It was initially a summer replacement for My Friend Irma. The program was produced in cooperation with the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association of the City of New York and presented adaptations from true criminal records in New York. From the policeman's point of view. Historically, the 21st Precinct had been located near Gramercy Park in Manhattan, but in 1929 the department reorganized the precinct numbering, and the 21st designation was dropped from use. No such precinct existed during the show's run, nor does a 21st exist today. However, the fictional precinct's territory corresponds closely to that of the Upper East Side's 23rd Precinct as it has existed since 1929. Stanley Niss was the producer-writer-director. The role of Precinct Captain Frank Kennelly was played by Everett Sloan for the first 109 episodes and briefly in episode 135. During episode 109, Captain Frank Kennelly was promoted to Deputy Inspector and reassigned out of the 21st Precinct. He was replaced by Captain Cronin James Gregory, 1955-56, and Les Damon, 1956. Other cast regulars were Ken Lynch as Lieutenant Matt King, Harold Stone as Sergeant Waters, Jack Arissa as Sergeant Collins, and Santos Ortega as Lieutenant Gorman. The program's announcer began the program's opening each week. 21st Precinct. It's just lines on a map of the city of New York. Most of the 173,000 people wedged into the 9/10 of a square mile between Fifth Avenue and the East River wouldn't know, if you asked them, that they lived or worked in the 21st. Whether they know it or not, the security of their persons, their homes, and their property is the job of the men of the 21st. At that point the lead actor would complete the introduction. The 21st Precinct. 160 patrolmen, 11 sergeants and 4 lieutenants of whom I'm the boss. My name is Kennelly. Frank Kennelly. I'm captain in command of the 21st. Art Hanna, Bob Hill, and Hugh Holder were the program's announcers. The series was produced by John Ives. It was usually directed and written by Stanley Niss. Another source lists Niss as producer. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
And now, Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network.
Why have we ever mussed up from fighting through the autograph hounds gathered outside CBS this evening? Never saw such a crowd.
No, and we're delighted to be back. We have a hockey player here that we're going to talk with a little later if we have time. He's a goalie. Or as he used to say as a boy in New England, a ghoulie.
Ghoulie, yes.
A ghoulie. But
hey, I honeys to be ghoulie.
What's that?
I used to say, I honies to be Goulding.
I honies to be a Gouldie. But it is Goulding. We learned that when we took up radio announcing.
And when we came to New York.
Right. However, we have several people here in the audience that we would like to talk with now, and I think maybe we could chat with you there, sir, in the front row.
All right.
Him.
Are you going to do it this time?
Him. Go ahead, him.
Hey.
All right, you, sir. They all thought we should talk with you.
All right.
We won't bother with names or anything.
Hal Burton.
Right. Sir, do you have...
Malden, Massachusetts.
We were just talking about that New England accent just a few moments ago. Did you hear it?
No, I didn't notice it.
What brings you to our show in particular?
Well, I'm here for a convention of hobbyists. Going to be over at the Bonanza Hotel with our hobbies all this week.
What hobby?
Makes the Oddfellows howl.
What hobbies do you have?
I collect shells.
What kind of shells, sir? Seashells?
Well, I have some here. Well, they are seashells in a way.
I was going to say 35 millimeter and things like that.
No. Most of them are, like this here is a cherry stone clam shell. And this one is a...
they're not particularly pretty, though, are they?
No, they're not.
But what would you save these for? I mean, as opposed to those beautiful conch shells.
Well, they remind me of great restaurants where I have ate.
Where you have eaten, I think is more proper. Okay, and how long have you been involved in this?
About a year and a half. I got interested in shells.
All right. Okay. Bob, you want to take over? I'm not having very much luck with this.
All right. There's a fellow here who has his hand up. You would like to talk to us, would you?
Yes, sir. I'd be pleased to.
All right. No need for names here, I guess.
Sweet William Abergard.
What do they call you, Sweet or Bill or what?
Now, don't get funny.
I'm not trying to get funny. I just...
Sweet William is a flower, and you know that?
That's not a nickname.
That's my name. My mother gave it to me. She was a great flower raiser.
Well, that's fine.
And look, since I have been knee-high to a grasshopper, I've had to fight my way out of more problems because my name was Sweet William.
I should imagine.
So I'm prepared.
I should imagine you get into a lot of difficulty.
And we'll get along all right.
All right, what are you doing?
Clear.
What are you doing here in New York?
Well, I'm here celebrating before I go into service.
Oh, you're going in the Army, right?
I've been drafted, that's right. And here, I'll show you my draft note. My friend here has fixed it up for me.
Sweet William, I can't make out that last name, is it?
Balado. And I report to Camp David Tuesday.
Oh, boy. Well, I want to wish you a great deal of luck down there. I understand the food is good there.
Yes, well, the fellow, my friend, fixed this whole notice up for me. He said that when I get to Camp David, he said he was there during the war.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, and ask for Sergeant Ike, and he'll take care of you. He'll float you right through.
Probably the supply sergeant.
You'll get all your equipment and everything. Your tents folding, your tools and trenching, and one thing another. I don't know much about it, but... and he also told me here that when I get 3-day leaves or furloughs, to be sure in demand, I go in a helicopter.
Well, you're looking forward to your... term? What are you going to be in 2 years? Is that what it is?
2-year term, yes, sir.
Well, a lot of luck to you, sir. Private. I'll call you Private now, I guess.
Well, it won't be that way long, I don't think. Not that I know this sergeant so well.
Well, maybe he'll be able to help you out. I certainly hope so.
Thank you, Bob.
Drop back on your first furlough. We'll look for you here.
If your program's still on, yes.
Wait a minute. What do you mean if it's still on?
I didn't mean anything. Only programs seem to be so transient nowadays. I just got in the habit of listening to somebody and boom, they're gone.
Well, that's something different about Ray and myself. We like to get into a particular spot and stay there. Stay there and stay there.
I know that's what you like to do, but, well, I won't pursue it any further.
All right, I don't think we've done. I'm going back up on the stage now anyway. Very interesting fellow I just talked with back there. Going in the Army, he tells me.
Yeah, down at Camp David. Nice spot. It's over in Maryland, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty. See, we have a thing here. We have a spot now for tonight's celebrity snapshot, I think. And our guest is the distinguished character actor Lachlan Carruthers. Welcome to the Bob and Ray Show.
Thank you, Ray.
Mr. Carruthers, I understand that you had a recent role on CBS Radio's popular daytime drama, The Second Mrs. Burton.
Kind of, you might say. Last week I played a grocery delivery boy on the show. Would you like to hear the line I had?
By all means.
I'll recreate it for you. When Mother Burton came to the door, I said, "Here's your grub, lady." Oh, let me give that line again. Another read. "Here's your groceries, lady." Said it that way. That's what I said.
Well, you really bring a character to life vividly, Mr. Carruthers.
Yes, I listen to every one of CBS Radio's winning 7 daytime dramas each weekday. They help me in my never-ending striving for dramatic perfection.
Well, you're not alone. You know that. Millions of people enjoy hearing CBS Radio's daytime dramas. And thank you, Mr. Lawton M. Carruthers, for joining us here on Celebrity Snapshot tonight.
My pleasure, and here's my card in case you run into any thorny casting problems here on your show.
Well, we'll
if
certainly...
it stays on.
Right. We'll certainly keep you filed. Good night.
Round the corner and up your street comes your friendly poet-philosopher, Charles, to reach into his dusty, tattered manuscripts and bring forth poetry, philosophy, and words to dream by. Charles?
Hello. This poem is called Our Love Did Begin. I remember so well when our love did begin. Oh, and please, just a twist of lemon in that gin.
Oh, Charles, please.
Oh, gracious. You took my hand, and I took yours, and together we looked to the sky. And, yes, please, the cherry in the rye.
Oh, Charles. Oh, we'll have to... Can you go on, Charles?
Try it. Let me use another poem. That's one of the more facetious ones.
All right.
I walked in your garden.
All right, understand. Please.
I walked in your garden and over to our rose bush. And then I knew that... I can't. No, I don't feel it.
You have been listening to Charles, your friendly poet-philosopher, as he has taken a few words from his dusty, tattered manuscripts, words of encouragement, romance, and of memory. Join him when next he comes round the corner and down your street and greets you with...
So long.
Beautiful music.
Very lovely.
Ed.
Thank you for your music.
I think a lot of us have been reading about the upcoming Olympic Games this winter here in this country and what is it, next summer in Italy, huh?
That's right. Squaw Valley this winter over in Italy.
There is a big question about whether a certain event will be included in the summer games, and to get the reports from the various world capitals, let's go over to the Bob and Ray World Communications Center.
Bob and Ray World Communications Headquarters, we're going to look at the story of whether cops and robbers should be featured in the Summer Olympic Games. Let's call in Phil Fish, Bob and Ray correspondent in Rome.
This is Phil Fish in Rome. The suggestion that the game Cops and Robbers be included in this summer's Olympics has caused a great stir here in Italian Olympic headquarters. They maintain that the game Cops and Robbers involves too many people, and that does it. Now back to America.
Some miles west in Portugal, Kermit Kettle is standing by to give us the report and the reaction of people in Lisboa. Come in, Lisboa, Kermit Kettle.
This is Kermit Kettle in Lisbon, buddy. Discussing this problem that was just presented now to the International Olympic Committee. That does it. Now back to America.
Naturally, feelings are high in this country, too, in regard to what is known as an American game. And so, for the report from Nutley, New Jersey, here is Dr. Denton.
This is Dr. Denton in Nutley, New Jersey. I think it's quite curious to listen to the reactions of people from other countries to the suggestion that we include cops and robbers in our Olympic Games. Speaking now as a member of the American Committee, I think it only fair to say in sum that does it. Now back to America in America.
From Bob and Ray World Communications Headquarters, we have the story of whether cops and robbers should play a part of next year's Olympic Games from Phil Fish in Rome, Kermit Kettle in Lisbon, and Dr. Denton in Nutley, New Jersey.
Well, that's a very catchy thing we have there.
Nutley came in very well. Tomorrow, we've got some interesting features. I think we're going to have the Gourmet Club ready. Are we going over there?
We've only visited the Gourmet Club once this fall social season, and we had hoped to get over there before now, but tomorrow I think definitely it's on the blackboard. I saw this morning in the office that we will go there and talk with all the folks who are visiting and describe a sandwich of a well-known personality. Those of you who have visited the Gourmet Club in person know what a beautiful place it is. Those of you who have heard it described on the air know how exciting a broadcast it makes.
There'll be celebrities galore, and perhaps some of your favorites will be in attendance there.
Very good, Robert.
I think of it.
Well, we better move along now, but we'll have a Russian phrase for you in just 10 seconds.
And here is that Russian phrase.
Я американец. Майор Джон Браун.
I'm an American. My name is John Brown.
With a crack in it. This is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb.
He's at it again, Arthur Godfrey time. Godfrey every weekday on the CBS Radio Network.
And KNX, AM and FM, CBS Radio in Los Angeles.